Today, I wanted to talk about how to avoid dating girls who will waste your time. Okay? Actually, I was talking to a friend and he was telling me that, he would hit up girls online and talk to girls in person and, they would have conversations and, they would say, oh yeah, let's get something happening, and then nothing will happen. Or he would go out on a date with a girl and it's like she's kind of like not, there's no chemistry there, or she's like basically talking but there's no sexual chemistry there, and it's kind of like you're going out on all these dates or you're trying to contact all these girls and it's not going anywhere. Or if you get in contact with them, it's just a bunch of talking, no sex is happening, it's not moving anywhere, just like, so what's the point of me even dealing with this girl or these girls who are just wasting time? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you hit them up, you holler, and you try to make things happen. All right. So what I want to talk about in this audio is, how to avoid dating those girls who waste your time. I want to talk about, why these girls waste your time. And I also want to talk about what you should do to not have to deal with these women, or how to avoid these type of girls and to notice when you're dealing with these type of girls. So the first thing I want to say is, what you have to understand is, in the dating game, it takes time for you as a dude. It takes time for you to date and to find someone. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you can, dating someone to get to know them for some, type of relationship, or if you're just out here trying to get sex. Either way, it's going to take some time. So you put a lot of energy into your dating life. That's how it goes. And so you have to put in some effort in order to get something out of it. And the thing is that you don't want to really put so much effort into dealing with a woman who is, going to be on some time wasting stuff. So, I want to give you some ideas of why these girls will waste your time and what you should do about this. So, one of the reasons why girls will waste your time is because sometimes they don't know what they want. And usually those are the type of girls who are very wishy-washy about what they're trying to do. So, you run into girls who, if you're on a date with them, let's say like you're chilling with them and then you kind of touch them, but then they're like moving away from you. And you're saying to yourself, but why are you here if you don't want me to touch you? Like you plan to see me, but you're kind of moving back and you're acting like you don't want things to progress, and then 1 minute later she kind of, wants it to happen. And then all of a sudden she doesn't want it to happen. It's kind of like she doesn't really know what she wants. She's not really, like comfortable with the situation. You know what I mean? Or you meet a girl who, y'all talk, and this is your first time meeting her, y'all exchange numbers, everything seems like it's cool, you hit her up and you're like, oh, let's get together, and then she's like, okay, and then y'all plan on a date, like a couple of hours before you're supposed to meet up, she's like, oh, I don't know if I can make it, and then next thing you know, you're like, all right, whatever, then you try to do it again, and then she flakes out again, but then she's calling you back to try to set something up. So she's just being all in and out. And, in those situations, you have girls who might have other men she's dealing with, other boyfriends and all this other shit. But either way, when it pertains to you and her, she doesn't know what she wants. And this is the type of girl who will waste your time. So, you shouldn't really be taking that type of girl seriously anyway, right? Another thing is, certain girls just want your attention. So these are the attention whores, and the attention whores are basically going to be time wasters and wasting your time, because these women are the type of women who never really had any type of interest in you in the first place. They only had interest in how you make them feel, meaning they only had interest in, the attention you were giving them, and that made them feel good. Do you understand? I remember I had a conversation with this girl one time, and she was talking about some dude she was dating, and she was telling me how she didn't really like him, but she was kind of upset that he didn't call her that day. And I'm like, so why are you upset that he didn't call you? And she said basically that she was like, even though I don't really like him, I still want him to want me. Do you understand? So imagine you're that guy. You're probably dating some girl right now, or you're trying to date some girl, and it's really hard to like get in contact with her. Or it's really like hard to set something up, or if you do something up, she's fronting and faking. These are the type of girls who are the attention whores, who just want you to want them, and they will waste your time, right? And you also have another type of girl who they basically will change their mind about how they feel about you. So at 1 minute they like you, and then the next minute they're not really feeling you. So those chicks will also waste your time. So what happens is you meet a girl, everything seems cool. Yeah, set up a date. You go on a date. Everything seems okay. You go on a second date. Everything's cool. But then after that second date or whatever, you kind of lose touch. She isn't returning your calls. And what happens is that in these cases, sometimes, there might have been something that you said or you did or whatever that she wasn't really feeling anymore, and then that made her not like you at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, you have all these reasons as to why these girls will waste your time. Now, the next thing I want to talk about really is what you should do to avoid girls like these, and just avoid girls in general who are going to waste your time. Because let me tell you something right now. The reason why girls are wasting your time and you're not getting anywhere with a lot of these girls really has to do a lot with how you allow them to waste your time, because you're basically allowing the behavior to happen. You are allowing a girl to be wishy-washy. You're by sticking around a girl who doesn't know what she wants. You're allowing a girl to be an attention whore because you are, giving her that attention. She can't get that attention unless you give it to her. Do you understand? Like I said, the girl's like, I want him to want me, right? And the way that you want her so bad, you're giving her this attention, so you're allowing her to get the attention. You understand what I'm saying? And, the thing is, and also, when chicks, change their mind about how they feel about you or whatever, a lot of times they'll stop contacting you. But the thing is that you're still allowing her to waste your time, because you keep contacting her, you keep trying to see what's up instead of moving on. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of it has to do with you. So you have to really change the way that you approach women and the way that you really maintain your relationships or how you deal with these girls. You have to switch that up. So I'm going to give you 4 things, 4 tips that will, help you to avoid this type of stuff, and to get you into the position of not really, allowing this stuff to happen. Okay? So the first thing is, and I've always say this, and you're going to hear me say this again and again and again, and I said it in my book, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, and I say it a bazillion times, is that you have to date a lot of women. That is very, very, very important. Meaning you have to talk to a lot of girls. You got to hit up a lot of girls. You have to do this. You can't get around this. This is why, I say that it takes time to date. You're going to put energy into your dating life. This is the only way it's going to happen. And I also talk about this in my DVD, The Bad Boys Guide to Dating, where I'm talking about, dating a lot of women and, the amount of time and energy you have to put into it. If you do not put in the energy, you're not going to get results. This is just like anything else. It's just like anything else. If you're trying to find a job, you got to put energy trying to find a job. If you're trying to build a house or whatever, you got to put in energy to build that house brick by brick. It's the same concept with dealing with women and dating. You have to put in that energy, and you have to be able to, be about that. You got to actually do that. Nothing's gonna happen for you if you don't put in that energy and date a lot of women. All right. The second thing is that you have to have an agenda and stick to it. So basically, you have to first figure out, what do you want to do with this girl? Do you want to go out and date and, go to places and take her out? Do you just want to have sex with her? What is it that you want to do? Because you have to first figure out what you're trying to do first before you can even start to get to the place to where, things are going to work out for you with that particular girl. Do you understand? So if you're just trying to have sex with a girl and you approach her like you want to date her and take her out and do a whole bunch of stuff, you're not going to be having sex with her as easily as you want or as quick as you want, because you're going down the wrong path. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, if you want to just have sex with a girl, you have to bring that energy to that woman and find women who are just trying to have sex with you. And you have to stick to that. So what that means is, for example, let's say if you meet a girl and you tell her, hey, look, I just want to hook up. And she's like, oh no, but I want to go out on dates. I'm not really feeling that. What you need to do is move on to another girl. And don't try to, go back and forth and try to make it work. And, oh, well, let me try to just go out on a date with her. And maybe, the next time I see her, I could get her to come to my house and fuck me. Like, you're going to be wasting your time. Trust me. Trust me, you're going to be wasting your time. You need to find the girls who are about that life, the girls who are down to do that with you, so you don't waste your time. See, the part of you picking your agenda is you're saying, look, I'm the type of guy who just wants to have sex with these girls. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to have to put that energy out there, and then you'll start attracting more of those girls. But then the only way you're going to keep attracting those type of girls, or the way that you're going to attract those girls, is if you stick to that agenda and believe that you can make it happen. And also on top of that, like I said before, you have to talk to a lot of women. Do you understand? So you got to have your agenda and stick to it. All right. The third thing is, and this is very important because a lot of guys don't do this, and I'm going to tell you why. Third thing is, get in the habit of kicking chicks to the curb. I'm going to say that again. Get in the habit of kicking chicks to the curb. Meaning, when you're out there and you have your agenda of what you're trying to do and what you want to happen, let's say, for example, it's not just sex. Let's say you want to date girls and go out on dates with girls and, get to know them, because you let's say if you're not in that place where you just want to fuck chicks, you want to go on dates and stuff. Now, if you're going out on a date with a girl, or you're trying to go out on dates, right? And let's say you go out, or you plan to go out and see some girl, and she flakes on you, right? Kick her to the curb because she's flaking. And she's flaky. Do you understand? There are some instances where things come up where, emergencies or whatever. So in some cases, I say you can, one time is okay. But if she flakes twice, you have to kick her to the curb. So what the thing is that, again, you're sticking to your agenda of, I'm out here wanting to go on dates with girls. But what's happening is that you have to kick the chicks to the curb who are not in alignment with what you're trying to do, which is dates. Because if she's being flaky and if she's not meeting you for the dates, then she is not the type of girl who is in alignment with what you're trying to do. Because you have your agenda and you need to stick to it, meaning you have to find the girls who aren't going to be flaky. So if chicks are starting to be flaky, then you kick them to the curb. If your agenda is to just have sex with the girls, and then you go and you talk to girls and you're like, hey, let's hook up, let's have some casual sex. And she's like, oh no, I don't really, before she even finishes her sentence, kick her to the curb. Do you understand? The thing is, what happens is a lot of guys are scared to kick girls to the curb because they don't have this, guys look at it like, well, it's rare that I'm going to find a girl, so I want to stick to her as much as possible. I want to make it work because it's just, so hard to find girls. See, a lot of times guys have the mindset of, scarcity, and you have to have the abundant mindset. And if you out there sticking to your agenda and dating a lot of women, you will have an abundance out there. There's already an abundance out there. It's really just your mindset and how you look at it. There's millions of girls out there for you. You understand? So you got to just put in that work to find those girls, and the girls who are not in alignment with your agenda, you kick them to the curb. But a lot of guys are scared to kick the girls to the curb because they're like, oh, but she's so... Let me tell you something. I I've dated, or I've approached, exchanged numbers, talked to girls who were fine as a motherfucker. I'm talking about these chicks was sexy as hell, and I had to kick them to the curb before I even really got to do shit with them in certain cases, because they were acting up and they were not in alignment with my agenda. Do you understand? But then also what happened was that I began to be the type of dude who was like, look, I know what I want, and I know what I'm looking for, and I'm going after that. And then what happens is that me not being scared to kick a chick to the curb, you know what I'm saying? It gives you more confidence to know that you don't have that needy, dependent feeling to have any chick, to have a chick. You just like, whatever. If you act stupid, I'm out. And that's attractive to women because that energy comes off when you approach the next girl. And then she notices that you're the type of guy who doesn't go for bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So that when you actually start attracting women who are about that life, who are about what you're about, then you start to get into, better like situations with girls who are like that. You start to attract girls who are about the same thing you're about, and then things work out better, and then you won't have to deal with girls who are going to waste your time. Do you understand? So get in the habit of kicking chicks to the curb, seriously. And I'm not saying, you kick a chick to the curb just because, like, y'all went out and, she ordered French fries and you ordered salad, and you're like, oh my God, I hate girls who eat French fries. I don't think, you don't got to get that crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you supposed to, if you're the type of dude who's like, I'm trying to date, and you're being flaky, you're not even making this thing happen that I'm trying to do, then you're out. If you're a dude who's like wanting to have sex, you're not really trying to date, you just want to hook up. If a chick is not trying to hook up, tell her to peace out. And then that's that. You feel me? And the fourth thing that you got to do, this is the last thing, and this is so important, because, oh man. Fourth thing, you have to get out of your own way when you start attracting these women. Because this is the crazy shit, and this is why guys get into a cycle of, bullshit when it comes to dating. Is because for so long, you've been putting up with nonsense. You've been putting up with girls who are flaky. You've been putting up with girls who front. You've been putting up with girls who waste your time. That has become normal to you. That has become the norm. That has become like, well, this is what it is, and this is how dating happens, and, I just got to deal with it. And when the opposite happens, when you actually have a girl who's cooperating, when you actually have a girl who is in alignment with what you want, you're just shocked. You're like, oh my God, like, this is weird. And then what happens is that sometimes subconsciously you sabotage yourself because you don't feel like you even deserve that. You don't feel like, whoa, this is just too good to be true. Like, what's going on? Or you're scared that you're going to probably mess it up. So when you are sticking to your agenda and what you want to do, and you're out there, hollering at girls and getting it popping, when girls that you want to fuck with are fucking with you in the way that you want it to happen, you have to receive it. You have to be open to receive that. So for you guys out there who just want sex, and I hear this a lot, and I think it's the stupidest fucking thing ever, is that guys will be on some, oh, well, if a girl has sex with me, I feel like she's a whore and a slut, and she's nasty, and but those are the same dudes who want sex a lot. You understand? So if you want sex, you have to be open to receive that sex. You can't be like, oh, well, this is weird. Like, I just met this girl tonight and she wants to do me. What do I do? Oh my God, I'm so nervous. You understand what I'm saying? And there are a lot of guys who go through that. So you have to be ready to receive it. Because if you're not ready to receive it, it's not going to happen. And then you're going to, fuck the shit up for yourself. And you're going to go into the same cycle of, damn, why aren't these things happening for me? And it's not happening for you because you're allowing it to not happen. Just like how you're basically allowing these chicks to waste your time. You will also allow, the good stuff that you're supposed to receive to not happen by not being ready to receive it. So you can't be afraid of the success. You have to be ready to receive it. All right? So that's basically it. And I just want you guys out there to not waste time with these girls. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to repeat the 4 things I said. Date a lot of women, have your agenda and stick to it, get in the habit of kicking chicks to the curb, and the 4th thing is to get out of your own way when you start attracting these women. All right? So that is about it. Remember, guys, if you need any help, if you have any questions on dating, relationships, whatever, click that link below and hit me up at askmrlocario@gmail.com. I answer your questions in 24 hours, okay? And if you need further help, make sure you guys get my book, my classic book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Also get my DVD, The Bad Boys Guide to Dating. That's a step-by-step joint, and it's awesome. Make sure you get that. Also get my DVD, How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women Seminar. And also get my book, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. So you got all of that game to help you out, guys. And just, go out there and make it happen. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.